The upper middle class and lower middle class are all going to get a tax increase, not just the rich. It's the same thing as Biden saying, yeah, $100 trillion on climate. He's crazy. You know what he's talking about? Yes, he does. You're going to spend $100 trillion on the Green New Deal. The Green New Deal wipes out fossil fuel, wipes out oil and gas. That's what it does. Alexander Ocasio-Cortez, the gang, whatever they call themselves, and Bernie Sanders, these are the people pushing this agenda. And that's exactly what the upshot of it's going to be. It's kind of like, there's a thing that came up in the healthcare debate last night, which is very, very, very important. In fact, let me take a break rather than have to hustle through this, because I want to have ample time to make myself understood. We'll be right back.
Rush on the EIB network. News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM.
You know, your monthly cell phone bill does not have to be an expensive proposition. Pure Talk USA gives you the same kind of coverage for far less money each month than the larger carriers. Pure Talk gives you the exact same coverage on the same towers as one of the larger carriers, but costs you half what you're likely paying now, with no contract, no excessive fees. For right now, enjoy unlimited talk, text, and 2 gigs of data, all for just $20 a month. The average person is saving $400 a year on their wireless bill. So do this. Grab your mobile phone, dial pound 250, and say Pure Talk. When you do, you'll save $250 off any iPhone, including the new iPhone SE. Dial pound 250 and say the keyword Pure Talk. Pure Talk USA. Simply smarter wireless. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text from Pure Talk USA.
You are listening to the sound of the heartbeat of a living unborn baby inside her mother's womb. At 6 weeks, there are brain waves, and at 20 weeks, the unborn child can feel terrible pain from abortion. And each abortion stops the heartbeat of a living unborn baby. Every year, more than 800,000 heartbeats are stopped, and more than 800,000 lives cut short because of abortion. Legalized abortion on demand has taken the lives of more than 61 million unborn children and left their mothers wounded and vulnerable to physical, mental, and emotional injury. At National Right to Life, we are working to break this cycle. We are working for the day when both mother and child will be welcomed, loved, and protected. Join us today and help us make a difference so that an unborn baby's heart can keep beating. This has been a perspective on life from National Right to Life. For more information, visit our website, facts.nrsc.org.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. As an active investor around the country, I'm always looking at market trends. Joining me now is Nathan Clark at Your Home is Owned Guaranteed Realty. All right, so how's the real estate market right now?
Thanks, Sean. Right now, we're seeing that there's just not enough inventory out there for the buyers. So there's not a lot of sellers that have their house on the market here in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and it's causing a feeding frenzy. Buyers are now paying well over asking price and trying to take advantage of today's historic low interest rates, and it's really driving the price of houses up. So it's a great time to sell your house.
How are you helping sellers get the most money for their home?
What we found right now, showing to help sellers get the most amount of money, is really markedly exposing their properties to the biggest pool of buyers. My team and I work with over 20,000 buyers that are looking for a home, and we can simply bring into the property and get the most amount of exposure on, creating a feeding frenzy and getting the sellers top dollar because we already have buyers that are looking for it.
All right, as always, thanks for the insight. Call Nathan today, 401-232-7661, online at NathanClarkTeam.com.
It's happening. In just days, Publishers Clearinghouse will be ready to award $1,000 a day for life. Enter now at PCH.com, and you and your family could soon be celebrating the win of a lifetime. Don't miss your last chance to win $1,000 a day for life. Go to PCH.com before it's too late. That's PCH.com. Better hurry if you want the next big winner to be you. Enter at PCH.com now. Interest due 10/28. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Hiring can be challenging, but ZipRecruiter makes it fast and easy. We talked to Monica Starks, who needed to hire for her company, PDS Group.
As the owner of a construction company, finding the right people is a very difficult task. So I use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter finds the right people for your job and actively invites them to apply.
With ZipRecruiter, we've hired everyone from accountants to project managers to bill scientists.
And now you can try
ZipRecruiter.com/trial. News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM.
Revival in the Green River and the bumper rotation at EIB Network, 800-282-2882. The number if you want to be on the program today. So, Biden kept disguising Medicare for all as the public option. But his plan really calls for anybody who wants to be able to get Medicare. It's only different from Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez insofar as you're not forced to get on Medicare, but we'll turn down that deal. But it's a little bit more easily refuted than Trump did it last night. The public option versus Medicare for all. Biden kept disguising Medicare for all as the public option. The moderator never called Biden on that. Trump never got a chance to spell it out. Here's how to do it. And if you ever find yourself in a situation where you're discussing health care for people, I don't mean this to be a criticism, but the president missed a great opportunity during the health discussion, and it's only because he doesn't know the terminology. He's not a politician. He knows the facts. But you got to be able to combine the facts with the terminology. And they discussed, the president kept talking about how many people are going to lose their health insurance under Biden's plan. And he threw the number out. It was 120 million, 150 million, 160, whatever it was, million people. And he's right, are going to lose their health insurance. He called it private health insurance under Biden's plan. What it really is, and this is how you nail it, under Biden's health plan, under the Democrat health plan, under the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Bernie Sanders health plan, if you have your health insurance at work, you're going to lose it. That's what they're going to take away from you. Everybody who gets their health insurance at work as an employee benefit, and most people like that. People that get their health insurance at work have been documented to prefer it. They like it. They like it as a benefit, as a perk. Well, this is what Biden's health care plan will do. That's why when Trump says 160 million people are going to lose their health insurance, that's how. But he didn't say if you get your health insurance at work, Biden's going to take it away. But that's exactly what's going to happen. To just say 120 million people lose their health insurance under Biden's plan leaves it open to be disbelieved as a wild-ass assertion. It may not be true, but it is true.
Now, Ron Reacts, a commentary by News Radio 920 and 104.7 FM's Ron St. Pierre.
The second and final presidential debate is Thursday night. Yeah, it was originally supposed to be the third debate, but you know why debate number 2 didn't happen. President Trump's strategy is pretty clear by now, as he's already attacked the moderator, NBC's Kristen Welker, on Twitter, saying that she's, quote, always been terrible and unfair, just like most of the fake news reporters, but I'll still play the game, end quote. Plus, saying the Presidential Debate Commission is biased for partially muting microphones to limit interruptions. So, paint the room as being one-sided before the first question's even asked. Now, as for Biden, some of his supporters feel that he should just take a knee, use football parlance, as most polls show him with the lead. Just avoid any huge gaffes and play it safely. No need for the knockout punch. With 30 million early voters already in, you gotta wonder how many folks remain undecided now. My guess is not that many. I think people made up their minds long ago as to who they support. Years ago, NBC framed its Thursday night's lineup with must-see TV. However, I doubt that applies to this Thursday night.
Join Ron St. Pierre weekday mornings 5 to 9 for Rhode Island's news, plus traffic and weather together on the 10s on News Radio 920